guys, you got to write something original for this intro.
What's up, everybody? Music Therapy last year. I don't have a clapping thing. All I have is these things. There we go. Yeah, bring it. Well, I've got laughter. I can't find my
where's that
box.
echo coming from?
I don't know. Oh, I don't have echo. Is that it? Is that causing it?
Gross. Oh, gosh, dude.
Music Therapy last year. What's up, everybody? This is Johnny Bean in the car. We got Ryan in that amazing bunker of his, the Van Halen bunker. That's what I'm going to call it from now on, because it looks dark and intimidating in there, and it looks like, damn, it's like you got that purple lightsaber that you showed me last time. And Johnny's in the car because he's heading to the cafe.
Purple guitar. Got the whole
purple. Oh, show that again.
They got the whole scheme going.
Oh yeah, that thing is so cool, dude.
I figured it was appropriate for the 5150 mod.
Yeah, absolutely.
What you're doing, break out the 5150 series.
Oh, cool.
Nice. Killer. It's very killer, as they would say. Well, I've got this one here, and I've got 1 hour. I've been given exactly 1 hour, the timer set by my sweetie. She's gonna knock. She's gonna knock on the door at 10:30 because it's been all Laz and all gear and all Nam and all my stuff for the last like 2 weeks. You know? She's like, "Where's my turn?" And I want to go shopping. So we're gonna. No, I'm kidding. She just wants to get out. It's such a beautiful day outside. I don't know if you guys know. Johnny knows because he's in Santa Cruz, California, right?
That's right.
She wants to go shopping. Just take her guitar shopping.
That's what I try, but one time I got her to go into Danville Music, and I think she lasted 5 minutes.
No.
She looks around, she thinks everything's pretty. Oh, yeah, there's pretty guitars. Okay, I'm going to go outside. And then she's on her phone looking at, like, those silly videos that everyone watches, 5-second videos. But, yeah, she just wants to get out. And we went hiking with Martin the other day when it was a perfect day. We went from the top of Muir Woods, the panoramic highway there. There's a spot up there called Bootjack Trail that has like a parking lot nearby, so you can hike down along the creek that goes down into Muir Woods, and you end up in Muir Woods, which is a park that you have to pay for, and good luck finding parking there. But you know, even on a weekday it was pretty crowded, and we go down the back way and you don't have to pay to get in, and then we hike back out. So it was beautiful, but it was a perfect day. Martin had the perfect time, honestly. My sweetie was asking, did he have a good time? Did you show him everything? Did he know about him? Like, he basically said, Laz, this was perfect. You know, it was amazing. The only thing that made it not perfect, Johnny, you know, because you're going to come to the city with me someday. We're going to go get some lobster.
Let's go.
Because the lobster place was closed every time we tried to go there on 420 day. Ironically, these guys went fishing. I don't know if they really went fishing or not, but that's what they say. Anyway, so we didn't get any lobster. No lobster.
I think Martin may have had such a good time because he didn't have to work on your guitars.
Well, you know, the funny thing is that he really wanted to. And I'm like, dude, you know, let's not put time into that. You're here in California, you're here in the Bay Area. Let's take you out sightseeing and stuff, you know. And we didn't even have enough time to go to he was tired. He didn't want to. We were going to go to that place, the Saloon, this bar that's always got some live music going on. As a matter of fact, Johnny, that guy Chris who owns that part owner of that Real Guitar Shop, which has it has a birthday year. It's got my birthday year E335 in there. That's in great condition, owned by like a one owner person that's a friend of his. And it's sitting there like just calling to me. And it's like $7,500. So, honey, I hope you're not watching. that for that guitar, I'd probably sell some of these.
What?
I'd
Sell
probably,
all, dude.
I'd
Sell all
probably.
your guitars. Sell,
Well,
lads.
this is my retirement plan, Johnny. I can't sell these things. The longer I hold on to them, the more they're worth. I mean, that's the
Well,
way I'm doing
how
it.
many years until you're going to retire?
I don't know. What is retirement? Ryan, are you retired?
Nope.
So, Johnny,
Do
are
I
you
look
retired?
like I'm retired?
I don't know. You got a lot of gear. You got a little bunker there. You look pretty settled in there. Anyway,
No.
Johnny, are you retired?
No.
Johnny, you'll never retire, right?
Look, I'm in the car.
Why?
I'm ready to go, man.
Why would you stop doing what you do for a living? I mean, that's the life, right? You're living the life, bro. I mean, shit. When you need an extra buck, you Uber lift some food to somebody or whatever, and then there you go.
Sure.
Yeah, but yeah. So I don't know if you know this, Ryan, but Michael B, our good friend, Michael B, who is on this list. I should
Wait,
probably show
which
you
Michael B? The
the Michael
one that
B.
that Ola knows?
No,
Oh.
not that one, but this one, Michael B, right there. And I still have to add the other names. Sorry, guys. There's some other people that I got to add on to here. But the PayPal supporters is growing, which is really amazing. And we got Michael B gifted us a $100 gift card to this place called Luke's. Luke's
Cool.
Lobster. I guess it's an East Coast like kind of chain of sorts that's really popular, and it's in the expensive financial district of San Francisco. So it's got to be good. Got to be good. Pictures look good, but I'll add more of that stuff on here. Get you guys appropriately listed. But yeah, thank you all for your support. It's been amazing so far this year. It's been really taken off in a great way. I've got not only support from people in the chat and stuff, but we've got Amanda Peters. You guys see the stuff that she painted for me?
Yeah.
Amazing. Two of the she already finished the Maximus one, but the clear coat kind of reacted. Sometimes paints will react with each other, and when she did the clear coat, it reacted. So she kept it just so she could redo that. And I'm going to take another enclosure to her that I'm making, the Indigo Chorus. It's going to be the fourth bird related one. And then we've got the other bird petal, which as you can see my name there, OhYouAteOne2, Ryan. I promised you I
Which
would
we're
not,
all thankful for.
I would not do that to you. It's actually still in its little bag. It's a little analog man bag. It's actually, it's right over there.
Maybe it'll die from lack of oxygen.
Who knows what things could happen. But let's say hi to the chat. Welcome y'all to the Guitar Mod Squad show. You guys are the squad, right? Because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm a handy guy. I know how to use tools. I've done some finish work professionally, so I know a little bit about finish work. You saw that neck repair I did to that acoustic guitar, didn't you, Ryan?
I did not.
Oh, you want to see that?
Sure.
I'm going to show that to you real quick, so you can know you're not dealing with a complete novice.
Yeah, he's like a carpenter or something.
I am a carpenter. Actually,
That's what he actually does.
In my taxes, I'm a Finnish carpenter. That's what I am. But I don't know if you know, but I had this really nice brand. This brand from Guitar Center.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I bought this guitar for $100. It was sitting up on the wall, and I thought, $100. Look at that inlay and everything. It looks cool. I'm like, all right, let me pull it down and play it. And I thought, wow, it's not bad for $100. So I bought it, and it's actually not bad. But then one day I had it on one of these like simple fold up kind of stands, like let's see this one right here. You ever use these?
Nope.
Throw it in a gig bag, so you go to a little gig or a jam, you can put it in your backpack or your little whatever. Mm-hmm. So I had it on the acoustic version of that, and in the living room when I was like working in the room here, and we had everything in the living room, so I moved everything out, and the strings were sticking out here, on the headstock, and I walked by and brushed the string, and the whole thing went boom. So of course headstock break. So this whole part right here from here across broke right off, right? Completely broke off. And tell me if you could see where the okay, let me go ahead and single me into this and then get the lighting on this properly here. Solo. I'm going solo. Can you, let's see, try to shine the light on there properly. Can you see where the break might have occurred?
Show the other side.
Maybe very lightly between those two tuners there, it looks like.
Right. A little bit of, well, these strings kind of aren't helping.
Yeah, show the
Shadowing on
back.
it.
Show the back side of it. It'll be easier. Laz, let's see your backside.
No, not the backside.
So you can see the dimples of where not the brake was, but where the dimples. Good one, guys. You can see the dimples of where the stand like, you know, crashed on it and dented it. But the brake is actually, it was right across here.
Oh wow.
You can get the light if you can even see
the
it.
part that you're not showing.
Oh, here you go.
Show us the front.
The lighting just doesn't
not
work.
the front.
I'm gonna break it so you can see it.
His potato camera is not helping much either.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I remember when you painted that. I was watching that.
Not so easy to see where the brake is.
So you repaired that?
I did that. Yeah, I did that.
Wow.
On that. And the finish on it and everything.
Handy.
Yeah, so I can do a couple things, you know. And I was actually thinking about doing painted stripes on this thing.
When were you thinking of that? Because you're putting tape on it.
Yeah, well, months ago, because you know how my projects go. You start them and they take like years, as Johnny would say, years to complete.
Wait, but don't start them, and it takes years.
Exactly. Yeah, I've got the Jeff Beck one sitting there waiting for me after this is done. Do it. There you go. So this project would be great to get done finally because you know. Been sitting around for a while, so.
I want to play that guitar, Laz. Dude, Laz, what are you doing tomorrow?
Probably working. I'll probably be actually working in San Mateo. I've been off for 2 weeks, so I need to catch up.
Okay. What about Wednesday? Are you going to be home Wednesday?
It could be possible. Yeah, I can try to.
All right. I want to play that guitar striped up Wednesday.
It's not going to be easy.
For Wolfgang Wednesday.
I'll try, Johnny. I'll try for you. All right.
So
here we are.
I thought you just spent 13 minutes talking about something that has nothing to do with this, and you said
Johnny, that's what happens.
Hour.
We're in a live show. We have guests. We're talking with each other. We're discussing life, and Nam's going to be a part of the conversation too. I mean, this is what happens. If I was
that was so last week,
Ryan. Yeah.
Speaking of live, we are doing the cross stream today, so I've got folks in my channel. You said saying hello to the chat, so let me say hello to a couple people in my chat. We got Sean Hockey watching. How's it going, Sean? I've got Matt Stewart. How's it going? I've got Zach Thong. And that's it. I've got 3 people in mind. So off you go.
What have we got? How many people in mind? I don't even know. Johnny, go ahead and read the roll there. Let me look and see what's going on.
I can't see it.
You can't see it?
I'm not on my computer.
All right, let's see. Live chat here. We've got, well, that's right. You're out in the car and you're using a thing. We got 17 people here, starting off with Ryan Hall at the top there saying, howdy, Laz. We got Blackjack Guitar, Janice Lala. Then they keep talking to each other. And then Trev pops in. What's up, Trev? He's ready to rock, he says. Johnny Bean then pops in. He's putting up his promos already.
Yeah, tonight.
We got Ryan's here, too. Look at that. Ryan from OhYouAteOne2. William De Silva, who sent me these super awesome pics, you guys, right? That was you, right?
Jastination. Janice says this should be the procrastination station.
That's right. That's what it should be called. The procrastination station. I love it. And we've got Stephen Franklin saying hello to everyone as well. We got the DD Files. DD, what's up? I love DD. You guys know DD Files? I love that guy, man. It's so cool.
Yo.
Hangs out by the river, goes down showing you the beautiful scenery, plays some rockin' music. Yeah.
Cool.
Love that guy. Young guy, trying to make the I mean, he's making it happen. You know? We got Hip Metal Works here as well. Hip? Yeah. Saying hi to each other. Guitar Man 45. What's up, dude?
Hey now.
Hey now. And then we've got
Thank you again, dude. Thank you again for your support, man.
Yeah, it's so awesome, you guys supporting everything. Everyone rolls up fish on 420. That's right. Stephen Franklin rolling up fish. Oh my God. Johnny, did you partake in 420 on 420 or just on Saturday? And then we got MPN 5150. I'm never going to let him live that down because that's just too funny.
MPN. Hey, dude.
Alice Martinez, winner of the first swag bag from Laz. And
you got her info, right, Laz?
It's pronounced MPN.
I sent it to you.
Or is it Impin 5150? Michael from MPN 5150. Mr. Mick. Love Mr. Mick. Amanda Coombs, my first. Did you guys know? You guys got to give where's the applause thing? Please give me the applause thing. Thank you. Amanda Coombs, if you don't know this, Ryan, Amanda Coombs was my first ever real subscriber.
Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Congratulations.
And that's how I met Ben and his show. I mean, I was watching Ben's show already, but they saw me in that chat and stuff. Hey, look at it. All Dave, all night. What's up, dude? Happy Sunday, he says. Right on. And then, of course, Janice here chatting with each other. Amanda, oh, look who's here. Oh, right. Is that L or is it M? Is it Lucas or is it Martin? What's up? L&M Guitar Corner. We never know when it's here because it just says L&M Corner, Guitar Corner. Could be Martin, could be Lucas because it's a Sunday for them. It's an evening for them.
But I think last week when we were at NAMM, wasn't there a Lucas of? Lucas had his own.
Well, he'll do that. No, he doesn't. That's just his own way of saying hi in here. So he did a separate one so we can discriminate between the two. And John Deschain also.
What's up, John?
John, another Van Halen expert in the chat there, right? And then Alice says thanks. Yeah, you're gonna enjoy that package as soon as I send it. Johnny knows the story on that.
You got her info, right?
Yeah, I got her info. Yeah,
I sent it to you.
You did send it.
And Alice, the next time we're in Hollywood, we'll definitely catch up with you.
Yeah. Okay? You have to join me when I'm down there making a Funko Pop for our friend who lives all the way out in Japan. Right, Johnny? Our friend.
Mully?
Colonel Mully. An official colonel of Kentucky. Did you know we know a colonel of Kentucky? Colonel Mully.
I thought it was Colonel Sanders.
Yeah, there's that too. There's that guy too. Which one is it? Sorry, guys. We're on our way home. Can't tag. Okay, so I do that all the time, lurking as I'm driving and voice to texting. I hope you're voice to texting. He's got a fancy car if that's Lucas. I don't think I've been in Martin's car. I've been in Lucas's car. But yeah, they live really close to each other. But they're
Martin's been in your car.
He has been in my car. He's been in my hotel room too. Anyway, we had a fun night that night, Thursday. So jamming out and singing and whatnot. That was fun. But yeah, so here we are talking about all this other stuff. Oh, the wife is driving. Maybe we should start on this. So where should I start first? Should I take this off? Should I take that out? Should I take that off?
My goodness.
Should I start with the claw? First remove the claw.
You should have taken all that stuff off before, Laz.
Before what? Somewhere. Well, I last time I took apart a guitar with a Floyd Rose, you know what happened, Johnny. The world exploded. Everybody freaked out. Yeah, they were like, "What are you doing, Les? Are you crazy?"
Oh, the Satriani. Yeah.
I'm just
the guitar he buys as an investment, that it's a good deal on, he breaks.
Exactly.
That's right.
I didn't break anything.
Oh
I just dropped a couple blocks out of the back of it. Anyway, let's see if I've got all the tools I need here. I got all these tools here. I have no idea.
Blackjack guitar.
That's what I hear. All I hear is like a bunch of rattling around nonstop.
Blackjack guitar says just rip it all off, Les.
Just rip it all off. Okay. Yeah. All right. So first thing I got to do though, I got to take the claw out, and normally you want to just grab these. Grab
You're
this
both
thing
wearing
over
the
here,
same
right?
cap.
Maybe I gotta loosen the claw, right?
Center yesterday. I almost bought one.
You should have bought one, Johnny. So I gotta loosen this first, right? Loosen the screws, right?
Well, you don't have to.
Well, the strings aren't really pulling on this thing, right? But it is kind of, plunked right down there. Or should I just unscrew it from here first? Should I show you guys what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Might help.
So I got this turned around like that. The springs are pretty tight. I should probably, loosen it.
Lads,
right?
loosen the claw.
Loosen the claw.
Loosen the claw. Take the bridge off. You don't got to take the claw out, but take the
right.
Yeah, take the bridge off.
Take the springs off.
The springs will come off.
Right.
You're gonna take the pickups out too?
No, I don't think I'm gonna need to do that.
You sure?
Yeah. Why?
You're gonna have to stripe.
Well, I'm not
stripe
painting.
Across.
I'm gonna stripe across and cut.
You know they make a little tool that you can pull those springs, pull the tension without having to loosen
Yeah, I heard about that. Right? There's a special tool. And I do have like a needle nose plier. My sweetie's got the heater on and she's killing me with the heat. No, I'm texting her. Turn off the heat. Turn off the heater, please.
Turn off the heater, please.
My God.
Does she have this on the TV in the living room?
She probably does. No, probably not. She doesn't care.
Oh,
she has no interest in this stuff. No interest. No interest. I think this is loose enough now. It's I think.
John Deshane is replying to me. He says, "Yeah, the tool's called your fingers."
The tool's called your fingers, right? There you go. Oops.
Hey, if you clear that chat off the bottom, your picture would get a little bigger.
I know. Try to get this. Hold on. Oh, I got this little needle nose style kind of. There we go. So I got that. All right, so let me clear that out of here. The heater makes my nose stuffy. I get stuffy when the heater comes on. And I've got this handy dandy little rubber kind of like collect your parts thing. Right. Okay, so we got that part done.
Man.
Here it goes. Now this is just gonna
30 minutes and we got 2 springs.
Basically pop right out of there, right? Voila. All right, so now should I take these off?
Why not?
Why are you asking us if you should? The guitar should all be taken apart if you're going to be doing any type of application to it,
you may want to take a quick measurement of the other one to see how tall it is before you take that one out. I'm just saying.
I think his mic broke.
Yeah.
Oh, he's muted.
Oh, he's muted.
I don't know. Maybe she's.
Yeah, I had the sniffle, so I had to blow my nose. All right, is this going to be good enough for this? I don't know. No. Yeah,
I would have taken those pickups out, Laz. I think that's.
You know what? I think you're right. I agree with you, John.
Yeah.
Let's see. This is sitting at. Basically.
No, I don't think you need to do that. That's
okay. I can take a picture of this and then I know exactly where it was.
No, I wouldn't do that, Laz. Just take everything off.
Yeah, I'm going to take it off, but I want to know where it's at.
Take it off.
Take it off.
It'll make the assembly quicker when you go back if you know approximately where to put it.
Hard on where it's supposed to be at, right? All right.
Come on, Johnny. I thought I was going to be antagonizing him.
Johnny, are you kidding? Johnny's
I got stuff I gotta do. I'll see you guys tonight, okay?
All right, go have coffee. Go antagonize people out in public.
Way, I got the right here, right now vinyl I'm giving away on a Tuesday. Not this Tuesday, but a Tuesday coming up. So tune in Tuesdays, exclusively Van Halen.
That's like $100.
It is. It's exactly $100.
Dude, you should have bought me one. I want one.
I bought the only one there was in the area, man.
And you're
Watch
giving
my
it
video
away?
From yesterday.
Damn.
I was live, yeah.
I hope I win that.
Okay.
See you, Johnny.
All right, I'll see you guys. Bye-bye.
Laters.
Yeah, I went out yesterday, too, to hit a couple record stores, and I did not find one. We don't have many stores around, even in the Atlanta metro. And the first place I went to was a guitar store / record store. And they didn't have any of the stuff for record store day.
Dang.
So it was already like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and there's another record store. I guess it's the main one that you can shop at here in the Atlanta area. And when I finally got to it, there was a line that stretched out the door, probably 2 blocks, and I'm like, nope, not today.
Yeah. They're not going to have that many versions of it.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, Charles 75N, what's up, Charles?
What's up,
He's also
Charles?
getting a package with some pickups from Martin that he brought all the way. By the way, Martin made it all the way across country. Did you see that? Well, across the pond and all. Did you see that red and black sandblasted finished one of 125 Telecasters that he had? Yeah, that thing's beautiful, right? Wow.
He said he was going to take that apart and put it into his luggage to bring it back.
Yeah, he took it all apart and he got it across with no fees. He didn't have to pay any of the typical, fees that you might have to pay. And so he was really happy about that. Yeah. All right, so I've got now, these parts ready to pop out of here, but I don't want them popping out. So I'm thinking what might be wise is to just like gently pull it into the pocket here and then maybe tape this off with some blue tape or something, just so they don't flop around. But
Symmetry was kind enough to send a picture of the tool.
Oh, very cool! Look at that. Yeah,
spring puller.
The spring puller. Yeah, I managed to do it with this.
That works too.
Just locks on and pull it off. But now I even have one of those with a needle nose too. But where it is, I do not know. All right, so then now we have, I think, the more trickier things to deal with, which is maybe this right here and this right here and these two things, right? So this right here looks to me like I think this will do the trick. And I don't know if you know, I have the ESP tool, which is just all like metal, but then check this out. Do you have this tool set?
No.
This is great. For setups and everything, it's very, very... Oh, that's where it is. This one has some really nice, tools in it, including the one that has like this little felt kind of like glue on, little thing you glue on when you receive it. And that way you don't have to worry about scratching your guitar surface, right?
Cool. So I'm wondering do you think that it would be easier that as you're striping to pull out the piece that you need to move and just kind of set it out of the way, do your stripe, and then put it right back?
Possibly. I mean, that's why I was wondering whether I should take them off at all. But the other idea is that if I have everything taken apart, I have all the parts in my little tray here, and I know where everything goes, and I do it right away. Like when we get back from our thing later today, I'll just start striping this thing. And I can maybe even shoot video of that and maybe do a time lapse kind of like kind of thing, But here we go. But I was thinking maybe this would be a good way to do it. But I see where there could be issues because, like you're saying, I mean, these things were gently put in here, right? And the more they move around and wiggle around and stuff, the more likely something go wrong, right?
Now, do you want that going back in the same way, or are you going to flip that around to where Eddie used it? Yeah.
Oh, see, information I didn't know. Which way did Eddie go with it?
Okay, so let me move over to this other screen here.
Well, they left a lot of extra cable.
All right, so
how much extra cabling they left you here? Holy
the way that this particular guitar comes, the down is the bridge pickup, just like any other Les Paul or any other guitar, but the USA Wolfgang's, and the way Eddie used it was that up is the bridge pickup. And the reason for that is because if you're tapping, your hand hits it right here. So if you're down here in the bridge and you go to tap, see it hits it and moves it up.
Yeah.
So that's why he had it this way for the bridge, pointing up that way. So I've already swapped mine around. So that's
I'm definitely
bridge.
going to do that. Yeah. So swap it on. So you just basically twist her up. That's
just,
it. Right.
Just
so we'll do that.
flip her around.
So right now it's in this position. So what I should probably do is mark it somehow so I know.
Just see which orientation the wires are in the back.
Yeah, that's true too. Let's see. It's like look at the. It's kind of hard to see what the hell's going on in there. I don't want to start digging this out just for that. What I'll probably do is just for fun. I should have a scissors here or something. Let me just use this. I'll cut a little piece of this tape here.
And that's what I'm saying is you're not going to be desoldering all that. So that's going to be hanging out the back. So I'm wondering if it would be easier as your stripe comes across it just to pull that out, put your stripe down, and then put it back in.
And then put it right back in. That makes sense. So right now what I did was I marked it so that now I switch this to the other side. So I know which side now needs to go to the other direction.
That's using your noggin.
Genius. Anyway. All right. So now this one looks a little trickier to remove. I've never removed one of these.
Neither have I, but let me take a look at mine.
It almost looks like it's a snap-in kind of a thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never looked at that. I bet you that there is a screw on the bottom of it from the other side.
Let's see. Well, it looks pretty much just a plastic.
Yeah, I don't see how that comes out.
It might be something that just pushed in with like a clip, spring loaded, clipped right into the cavity kind of thing.
Could be. It doesn't look like it's. I don't know.
Yeah. Might need to make a call to Adam.
You'll teach us all something on that one.
I got to call Adam at OhYouAteOne and say, hey, Adam or Rob over at what's it called? See if you can give me some advice on that one, right?
Mm-hmm. So where are those stray washers that are laying on your? Where do those go?
Stray washers.
Mm-hmm. Lift up your guitar body. You got 2 washers there.
Oh, that must have popped out of from where the thank you. See, I probably got scratches in the body already from that.
Maybe you should put some tape over it.
Yeah, right. All right, so here we go. We've got this kind of working nicely, right? Now, the pickups. The pickups look like they have very tiny little screw heads. Let's see if this fits. This has a very small tip.
Oh.
Music.
That's what she said.
Good job. Oh, it fits perfectly. So
too soon to hit it again.
Right.
So again, your pickups.
Gotta wait a couple minutes.
Your pickups, if you're not going to desolder them, those are going to be just hanging out, laying against
hanging
the body.
Out the back. Yeah. And like I said, I'm gonna actually leave this here, and when I come back later today, I'm gonna start striping this puppy up here.
Sweet. Now, you were talking a little bit before we went live that you're doing some stuff with the headstock and you're thinking of taking the tape all the way around.
So, so the headstock has, this line that's not perfectly flush to the top. And so when I put the tape, I wanted the tape to go over to the edge of the line, but then I have to make every one exactly perfect. It's really hard. So instead, what I'm going to do is just go over to the back and then cut it off at the top edge here.
So an idea
so it's just going to stop right here, right?
Yeah. An idea that I had, if you wanted to do it like you originally wanted, was get you a piece of painter's tape and outline that green where it ends all the way around.
Gotcha.
And then when you pull your stripe over, you know exactly where to cut it because you've got that painter's tape line.
Yeah.
And then that would make it nice and clean, like you're talking about.
I could actually put a piece of blue tape down, like you said, right? Mm-hmm. And then cut that, but the tricky thing is, I don't want to touch any of this anywhere with a blade because I'm worried about cutting into it, right. Because it's over the edge, wrapped around. So I don't know. My thought is just to go around to the back end here, and then just have the stripes go to wherever it ends here, and then the back end's just like that, and the stripe ends on the edges.
Hey, it's your show. We're just watching it.
What I'm gonna do. I think that's what I'm gonna do. All right, here we go. A couple more screws to go.
I'm gonna try to scan through the chat here and see if anybody's yelling anything at you. I'm going to go
Michael Olson. What's up, Mike Olson? Who else has snuck into the chat since we've been here?
Let's see. I'm seeing Alice, Charles, Blackjack Guitar, Stephen Franklin, MPN.
Yeah, I think mostly I've said hi to everybody.
I think you got most everybody.
So what are these pickups that are in here? These are the Wolfgang
Hall,
pickups, right? Pretty much he uses these pickups on everything now, right?
Pretty much.
And what do you think he's using on that SA-126 that he's been playing live? Wolfgang.
Well, I'd heard some rumors about some possible new pickups that they were working on. Yeah. So you never know.
Pickups. Interesting, because that's a different animal when you're doing semi-hollow kind of thing.
It's a semi-hollow. Yeah. So I actually heard that they were designing different pickups for Wolfgang for that guitar.
That would make sense.
So you never know. We may see some available.
Have you seen Wolfgang live? Are you interested in seeing Wolfgang?
I have not. I have not seen him live.
At all into what he's doing?
I think if the opportunity came, I might try to do that. It's, he's making good stuff, and I listen to it, and it's great. But as you get older, you don't have the desire to go to these. Too. Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed there's a lot of I noticed there's a lot of Van Halen fans that are like, well, it's not Van Halen,
Right.
And so they're just like not interested at all.
Yeah. We got Mike Olson snuck in. How's it going, Mike? Saying hey now.
Mike, you're awesome, dude.
And William De Silva. I don't know if we caught him earlier.
Yeah, we did earlier on. Yeah, he made these glass picks. You want to see these Pyrex type glass picks that he makes?
I saw him on your last show.
Okay, you did. Okay.
I did.
Right on. Yeah, you missed the giveaway. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I could have started the giveaway thing at the beginning, but then you know what happens. Then you're waiting around for who might still be in the chat, and you're like, okay, is anyone still in the where are you? Whereas if you started right when people are still there, then you're not having to do that. And that's kind of why I did.
And their chances are better because there's only 5 people left.
Yeah, right. Yeah. That's another thing. So stick around if you want to win. I guess watch the whole show. But we'll do a lot more of these swag bag giveaways. And did you then of course did see what Johnny and I did in Hollywood, right? We had these caricatures made.
Oh yeah, the Funkos.
Let me show those in the chat who may not have seen these, but yeah, oh my God, there he is.
John DeShane says the problem with going out in public is the public.
Yeah, it's always the case.
Is that a pig snout? Oh, it's a beer.
They had other colors available, but when I did the kind of white beard, it didn't really look like me, even though I do the bottom half is, my goatee is bottom half is, and they didn't have like a better option color wise. So I stuck with the brown.
I designed one.
Johnny's like, what's that chocolate on your face?
I designed one online where you can get a picture of it, and I use it a lot of times on my thumbnails for YouTube.
Yeah,
and it looks a lot like that, but mine's got the gray.
Yeah, so now they do have stickers and stuff, but what I'm planning to do is try to create or whatever, like a Van Halen EVH sticker, like what you've got on the hat, like what I'm wearing too, and then maybe something down here too on the shirt, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I put that on my my thumbnails. I put a little EVH logo on the hat on
the
pictures.
That's awesome. What I was also thinking is just to be funny. Well, when you go down there, you can also get them with the different accessories. And I went with the headphones because I'm doing this show stuff with headphones on. But to be more accurate, my sweetie says, well, you could have done like 2 guitars because you have too many guitars and you're like carrying like multiple guitars.
No, you should have had a body in one hand and the neck that you tore off in the other hand.
Exactly. If they had that option, I would have done that. There we go. All right. So now this is just going to be flopping around here, but I didn't know that he had this like little rubber thing right underneath the.
That's how you keep the pickup height.
That's very cool.
Which you measured before you pulled those out, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
I did not. I'll have to do all that stuff. I thought there wasn't very much of a pickup height adjustment you can do, but yeah, I can see there's a little bit of
yeah, there's
there.
a little play. Yeah.
And I think that it's never a bad thing as we go along with these things you learn, right? And one of the things you learn is to do all these like measurements, but you can also like listen for it and see what sounds best to you with your amp, that kind of thing.
Or if if you happen to know somebody that has one, they could probably.
There you go. I'm gonna just take a little bit of this from this Jeff Beck neck that I'm gonna at some point. And then I can just, when I take these out, I can set it on here so I'm not scratching the surface, right? So when I'm working from this side, then I got to work to that side. But yeah, ideally pulling this completely, taking it off would be the more easy way to get your stripes to go easily across. But the stripe's just going to go to here anyway. So I just need it out of the way so I can cut it, right? And then you've seen the pictures that I've been using so far, right, for what I'm planning on using as a template of sorts, even though it's not the right headstock and body, probably, right? How close is this body to the 5150? How close is it? Do you know?
That would be a question for Robbie, I guess.
Robbie, are you in your? Is he in your chat?
No, I haven't seen him show up.
Robbie,
but
he's probably on Metalhead Hippie Show.
I wouldn't think it's. I wouldn't think that it's 100% accurate. It's it's in the. It's in the spirit of, I think.
It's in the spirit of, I think, yeah. That's a good way to put it. Right?
I don't think that it's going to line up exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think so either. And especially on the headstock, this one's not quite that same banana kind of headstock here. So
right.
Let me see. I know I have pictures of this somewhere.
So apparently the folks in my stream are not seeing any of the chat. So I'm going to say hello to a couple people over
all right, yeah, do that.
We've got Kurt 5150 is watching. Fruitcake Tony. Bird Burful. How's it going, dudes? Let's see. Dan Gorman's over there saying hello.
Dan, what's up, Dan Gorman?
And let's see who else. Eric Casper's in.
What's up?
Welcome
in. Friendly Ghost.
So what we found with this, what R2 and I have been calling the cross streaming, is that we've been introducing more people to different channels.
That's the idea.
So any of you folks on mine that are interested in watching Laz work on a guitar for 8 months, to put a stripe on it, come give Laz a sub.
I'm a patient man.
And anybody that's here watching Laz that would like to come over to my channel and see me occasionally play guitar and make a fool of myself, come give me a sub.
I don't know about that. I think you do a pretty damn good job.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. I mean, you've got that tone down. Like,
I do my best.
Got it nailed. And while I had you here, I did want to ask you something about your bungalow there, or your bunker.
Yeah.
What you got? When you want to give us a little kind of tour of what you got going on there, like how do you create your sound, your Van Halen tone?
Well, it is basically just a matter of buying all the same equipment that he had.
Yeah,
and hooking it up the same way. So basically over in the rack that you see back there, I've got the Lexicon PCM 70 that he used for his cathedral delay.
And how did you find that? Did you have to like search on Reverb until you found one?
And then scour the internet. And I lucked out. I guess it was a guy that played in a Van Halen tribute or something.
Oh, nice.
He had the whole thing for sale. He had the PCM 70 and the two SD 3000s. And so I got that in a package. He even had the settings in it already. So,
nice.
I had to do some tweaks for my signal chain.
Sure.
But the PCM 70 is for the cathedral delay, and it serves as the splitter for taking the signal out into mono left, mono right, and then going down into it's not the same Eventide unit that he had, but it's the Eventide Eclipse, which everything is run in parallel. It's not run in series, so one effect doesn't go into the other.
Gotcha, right.
The dry signal feeds into the Lexicon first, and then that affected signal comes out in the same signal, and then that goes into a mixer, and the mixer sends that same signal to both of the delays and the eventide unit. So you have the dry signal in the middle, which is unaffected with anything. It has nothing to do with the effects. And then all of the effects are running parallel
right. So
wet.
You got your parallel wet and your dry. So you got your wet, dry.
Right. So then it's mic'd
dry,
up.
wet, basically, right?
Wet, dry, wet.
Left, right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
So
awesome.
it's mic'd up with 3 different cabinets, 3 different SM57s.
Nice.
And then that feeds over into my Rodecaster Pro 2, which then I can
Which is what you're using
tweak.
right there.
Yep. So
nice. Yeah. Dang, dude. So you got lucky because before all that, before you were able to buy that stuff, you must have been using some other kind of a setup to play your stuff. And
yeah,
what did you have before that? Like, how long ago did you get this setup?
Well, I've been wet, dry, wet for a long time, but previously I had a TC Electronic G system, which I could use to put, different pedals in a loop of it. And then it did a pretty good, approximation of the detune and all that. And it sounded good. But once I got this hooked up, I realized that it didn't sound as good as I thought. Yeah. But
have you ever tried to like tweak in like using something like the HX Stomp that I have? There's a lot of like routing that you can do on that, and it's pretty amazing sounding. Of course, it's not going to feel the same in the room.
Yeah, I did. I did something very similar with the Helix.
Right.
And you can
same brain basically.
You can set it up to do a wet, dry, wet, and it worked pretty well. I just didn't see where I would continue to use it, as actively as I knew that I would use this.
Yeah. And how much did you end up spending on this setup that you have? Like when you got that from that guy, it must have been a few grand.
It was several. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we don't have to tell the wife.
Yeah.
We'll stay away from the numbers. I've heard people jokingly say, well, Laz, you should just buy a bunch of the same color guitar and the same shape, but then I'm going to be stuck to the same shape. And I says, I'm just buying lots of different ones. And I'm getting so many that you can't tell them apart anymore.
Right.
And that's the plan. Now, she knows everything about everything. So she knows about the Valiant that's coming too, which she's like going, what? And I'm like, okay, honey, I'm going to put the money into your savings account for our trip to Europe. So you're not freaking out about what I'm spending on. But, I have a lot of work coming up this week and next week, too. I'm going to be working my ass off paying for all this NAM stuff. So
that's why they invented separate bank accounts.
I do have a separate bank account. But Valiant car? Janice, you don't know about Valiant guitars? All right, let me show you. I know I have a picture of this thing somewhere here. When I was at Henning's, I got to play both his Valiant. What's the Les Paul one called? I think the Smith or something like that.
Don't know.
And then I played his Soothsayer, which is the one that I'm getting.
So you had me talking about gear. I've got a question in my chat. It says, any thoughts on the Eventide time factor? I personally have never used one, and it never was the delay of Eventide that I was going for. So I really can't comment on that. The Eventide stuff that has the micro pitch, that's right on where you're getting the detune stuff. As far as the delays, I can't really comment on that stuff. I've heard it before, and it sounds great. But there's something about I specifically wanted these SDE 3000s because they have a certain get out of the wayness, I guess I would say. So as you're playing, you don't really know that they're there. But they add sort of like a reverb kind of effect to the sound. So back to your Valiant guitar.
So the Valiant, they were there at NAMM, which was great to see. It was great to see a lot of high, quality level type guitar builders there. Like you had Maybach also there. You had several, builders. Vintage, which is a really cool brand. I'll probably post up that video today. By the way, I didn't do like as much like what Johnny last minute he decided to do live, and he says I'm going to just go live, and And I think maybe in the back of his mind, he was remembering that last year when he did the videos separate, like 5 minutes here, a couple of minutes here, and he posted them up. There was a lot of work to, put together, post it, blah, blah, blah. And then he didn't get a lot of views comparatively, He did the live thing, and I think I don't know where he's at now, but last I checked, it was easily over 10,000 views on the live thing. Yeah. I know Martin and Lucas, Martin was shooting the videos and then using my local hotspot thing or mobile hotspot to send to Lucas. So Martin did the videos. Lucas is over there editing everything and then posting it up right away. So I think they easily, by the end of the weekend of the show, hey, R2, R3, what's up? He's going, yo.
What's going on, R2?
Oops. It moved right as I was clicking on it. But yeah, hey, Dan Gorman, what's up? Yeah, you guys can cross back and over. They do that, the refresh.
Oh, yeah, jump back and forth. Yeah.
Jump back and forth, and that'll help us get even more views.
He had a comment right there from Martin. He says, I really enjoyed my stay there, and I would really love to come back one day with my family if I can afford it.
I hope you can, man. You don't have to pay for a place to stay unless we go to Disneyland. And we can just make that one night. We'll drive down one night Disneyland. And, I try to find affordable places. So when I took my wife with her sister and brother-in-law, we did all that stuff. We didn't do Disney, but we did San Diego, the zoo, the safari, SeaWorld, because they wanted to see the orcas, which is amazing to see, still see those in captivity, which I think is horrible and nearly a crime. However, some of those animals wouldn't survive in the wild either after they've been, like, quote, domesticated. So that's another side of it that we have to also understand and realize, and so I see both sides of that. But yeah, the bottom line is they had a great time. We went to Sedona. We stopped at Dane's, and I bought that Friedman from Dane. So we stayed overnight in Mesa so I could do the pop in on Johnny's Tuesday night show with Mancuda back then when he was doing that stuff. And I miss Mancuda. I miss him. Sometimes he would take the jokes a little bit in the wrong direction, and I think it got a little bit too not good, for Johnny, what he wanted to do. And I don't know. I'm not going to get into that, but I do miss John. I actually wrote a song, or not wrote a song, but I did a parody of and I sent him the words, and he thought it was great, and he wanted me to even make it more juicier, more disgusting.
Yeah.
But the Man Eater song by
Hall & Oates. Yeah.
So I was gonna do like an 80s with squeals and all that kind of metal version of that, kind of as a parody, kind of like
cool.
And it's about Mancuda. Whoa, here he comes. It's Mancuda.
You were talking about Michael B. live. He's just jumped in. Said
right on, Michael B.
Also got Six Finger giving me a shout.
Six Finger Assault
in my stream.
Man, that guy could play, right? Yep. Damn.
Oh yeah.
There's so many things I can't keep up on everyone's streams and shows and videos. I try, but I try to lurk into everything and pop in and hit the like at least, but it's so hard to keep up with everyone as the community that we all have in here.
Yeah, it gets busy. Yeah, for sure.
Nuts. It's
especially hard for you and I try to come home. I try to make a short. I try to get a show together, and not a lot of time to. I try to check out Johnny's lives and your lives, and stick around most I can. But a lot of time.
Yeah. By the way, one of the really cool things happened over here, G. Butchinoff, right, was when Martin had to check out the Red Special over at Anaheim's Guitar Center, and he pulled it off the wall. I said, "Let's get it off the wall and let's check it out," right? And that thing was really quite an amazing, representation of that guitar. We've played 2 other ones since then, and they were good too. But the one Johnny played down in Santa Clara, San Jose the other day, or I think it was Emeryville, must have been something wrong with the neck pickup because it was not sounding right. And we're like, nah, something's wrong. And Martin kind of ferreted it out. He's got a very engineer's mind. So it was really amazing. I learned a lot from him. Having some of these younger people around you can be really good because I noticed how focused he was on what he was doing. And like, for example, when he's playing a guitar, when he's testing one out at a store, I mean, he's really not just jangling around, noodling around on it. He's really trying to listen for anything that he likes or dislikes about it, and then he'll critique it. He's a perfect YouTuber kind of person for demo stuff, because he can then critique it and really, really, you know, wisely kind of articulately describe what's going on, whether it's good or not, or how it's working and why he likes it. Like with that switching system, it almost works like I had a Gibson, an authentic Super Strat Gibson, by the way, Charvel designed SR71, someone stole. And that thing had a switching system where up at the top horn, like, let me show you guys what I'm talking about here. Right here where this button is, there was a switch that was either on or off all the time humbucker. So either you had it on all the time. So if it was on, it was always on. Didn't matter what other things you had going on. If it was in the off position, then you had 3 other small toggles right next to each other like that you can turn on or off any of the pickups. The middle one being the 2 pickups together. So what you could do is, I think the way the middle one was, was an out of phase switch, right? So you could do the top single coil with the full bottom humbucker, like a telly kind of thing. You know, you can do so many different configurations with how that thing was done, with just simple 3 switches in that one, and then a volume and a tone. That was it. It was a great guitar, really cool guitar, the way it was designed.
I think the Brian May is just pick up on or off, or phase or out of phase, on or right? Off.
Yeah, right. And if you happen to be, you know, 2 pickups on, it doesn't really matter. Like, or I mean, just 1 pickup on, it doesn't matter what you do with the phase, because there's no other pickup. So that's where Johnny was getting confused, because he's like, oh, well, I've got it in one position on like one of the pickups, and if the pickup is not working, then it's causing some confusion. And that's why I think Martin figured out, I think the neck pickup is not working correctly. Something's wrong. You know, so he kind of ferreted that out. But I learned a lot from Martin, because, you know, just observing how he carefully, you know, made note in his mind of these things. You know, it was really cool. But oh wow, it's already that time. Time flies. I know, my hour is up, you guys. Holy crap.
Flies when you're having fun, right?
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, I wanted to find that Valiant guitar and show you guys that, but I'll show you a picture of it next time, y'all. Yeah, I erased so many pictures off of here just so I could have some data for NAMM, you know. But that's the way it is. Yeah. So next time, you guys. Well, maybe not next time, because I promised Johnny I'm going to get this all. I don't want this sitting all in pieces here and throwing it around the room here. When I get back later today, even if I have to stay up all night, I'm going to get all this tape cut up, this 3M stuff cut up, and this guitar taped up, just like, let's see, where are the pictures that I have of that? And then we'll end this thing. I know I have some really, really good pictures of what to use. Yeah, here we go. So here's the, just show it to you guys like this. I should download these to the computer and all, right? So the colors of those with the little numbers are the size of the tape, right? You've got the 3/4 is the blue, the 1/4 is the dark blue, and the 1/8 is the yellow, and then you have the 1/2 inch, which is the green. So you cut all that out of this, right, ahead of time, like this is the 3/4, and then you just, you know, cut it to the size that you need. Like this one's probably gonna, that kind of thing. But I'll probably use this going the cross one or whatever, because I want to wrap all the way over the edge to the back right here, and then stop right here.
Now, I saw a question earlier in the chat. Somebody said, I thought that thing was striped up already. So what was you had found a better tape? Is that what the story was on that?
The better tape was part of it too. Yeah, this actually does not have a translucent finish going through. So this is solid color all the way through. And what I noticed is that when you overlapped the yellow, you had darker yellow, lighter yellow, and it didn't look right.
Gotcha.
So that was one reason I went on the search for some pinstriping tape, which I couldn't find. But then at this auto body warehouse, discount warehouse shop, the guy says, well, let me show you something. And he takes me in the back, and they have these rolls of this stuff, like, you know, 50 feet 50 inches that are like this wide. Right? They have rolls of this stuff. And I says, well, give me about, 8 or 9 or whatever inches of that there.
That's hey now.
I was waiting for that. And then how's it go? Yeah. and then I can just cut the stripe sizes myself because I couldn't find those sizes anywhere. I couldn't get like 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 3/4.
Right.
I was able to find 1/2 inch and 3/4 and maybe 1/4, but I couldn't find 1/8. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna have to cut it anyway. So that other stuff was kind of like that vinyl tape that you might use for like a gym floor or something like that. So it stuck on really good.
Yeah.
But it was transparent to a degree, and so I didn't like that. And then these two colors are actually even better, really more like the colors of the birds. Like this is more that indigo blue, kind of like our bird was, and that you see Limon has a lot of that kind of color in him too, and then the yellow, and then of course the green
almost
body
matches your name color there on your screen.
Exactly, right? Close.
Yeah, very close.
So no albatross today, you guys. But yeah, I have that, and then I have obviously the headstock. It's not the correct. We don't have the correct one with the extended tip. That's what she said. But but we, I've got pictures of this all around, and those colored lines inside the lines are giving you the sizes. So you got the 1/4 inch, you got the 3/4 inch, you got the 1/2 inch for the green. So it tells you exactly. You can see it pretty clearly where everything needs to go. So obviously the 5150 I have has 2 pickups, but yeah, I think it's going to help a lot having the pickups loose off of there. And then I'm not even sure, but do you know whether or not, like when it gets wrapped around, those ones that go from the front, do they wrap around all the way to the back?
Let me look at mine.
I don't know how much it matters because it does have the edge tape that's on the edge of the guitar. That I had to find somewhere else. That was not easy to locate.
Let me grab my replica.
Yeah. See, they have this along the edge here. Where's my finger? There's my finger. See, along the edge here, there's tape that goes around the edge of the body, all around. And I needed to get some side view pictures so I could get the sides properly done. And I think Johnny has one too, so I was gonna have him take some pictures for me and send it over. There you go. So there you go. See, now you see the edge? Yeah. So they don't wrap all the way. So they go to that. Yeah.
They go different directions.
So the white tape that I'm going to put, that 1/2 inch that goes around the center, or kind of the center of the guitar, like sandwiching, like the sandwich part, the middle, the cream, the mustard that's coming out of the sandwich, the mayo, that is probably the last stripe I'll put on, right, around the edge, so that it covers up the edges of the other tape that's underneath.
The one here?
Yeah, exactly. The one that goes all the way around. Yeah, like that. So that's probably the last one I'll do, and then I'll do the blue tape over that, since that doesn't, there's no black on the back at all, right? It's just all white. Oh, there is.
There's black on the back.
Okay. So wherever the black is where the blue is going to go. And the one negative thing about doing it with the tape is that I can't do like what you've done there. You did the distressing on that yourself, or did you buy it that way?
No, I had my artist friend Jeff, who I visited his house yesterday and dropped off a guitar.
Nice.
Made a short of that. He does all my guitars, so
awesome.
He did all the work.
Nice work, Jeff. Wow. So she hasn't come knocking, but I better go.
All right. Well, it was a fun hang.
It was a great hang, man. I love hanging out with you guys, and we'll continue this. But I'll do this tonight. I'll set up a tripod with a camera on this, maybe I'll just use this setup. It's easy, and I'll just do all the striping and then put some music to it and do it fast motion.
There you go.
You know, I love Benny Hill. I don't know if you grew up with that stuff, but I grew up on the Benny Hill stuff. So if I can use that music without getting copyright strike, I'm going to use that music. That'll be hilarious. Anyway,
Cool.
All right, you guys. So next time, I guess Thursday night. Of course, Johnny's got a show tonight. Metalhead Hippies doing a show, right? Sunday show. What are you doing today?
I've got a show at 5 p.m. Eastern.
Do you have a link for that? Can you put it in there, or should you want to send it to me and I'll stick it in there? I should have asked you at the beginning of the show.
Yeah,
we could have been shooting it up in there the whole time, but
I can try to find a link for it here.
Send me your link by I think it was Insta that we were using, right?
I think so.
Yeah, then I can share it into here.
Let's see.
The cross stream.
Let's see. There's that.
Thanks,
Share,
Janice.
Copy. Has Janice got it?
She's saying good show.
Oh,
Janice.
Oh, she was going to help
Janice,
us out.
She could help us out. Let me see. Did she?
There
I
you
gotta go to YouTube to see. Janice, do you have a way to stick a link up there to Ryan's show? I could probably even do it.
I can maybe post it and then she could authorize it, I guess.
There you go. It's pretty easy to. There you go. Wow, look at that magic.
Did that work?
I can do that. Oh, I can just show. I can do that, but it's on the stream, isn't it? I'm going to go to your channel and give you a like and see if it's there. Oh, yeah. Well, it's there. Subscribe to OhYouAteOne2 is also in there. No, it's not. It's not showing as a link. So we would have to copy that.
Well, it's showing on my channel.
There you go.
Janice will have to approve it in your chat. I don't know. I don't know
how to do all this
crossing stuff works. But you got to go. Yeah. Your wife is going to be upset.
She does want to get going. So I haven't heard a knock yet, though. You know, so I tend to push the boundaries. Hey, Hobo Roadie dudes. Hobo Roadie's also on this list. I got to end this show, every show with this list here. I haven't put Hobo Roadie on the list yet. All right, Hobo Roadie, you're going on that list there too. You're going on that list because he sent me that OD1 pedal. Remember that? You got it's in the bags. I got all the pedal floor is gone now, and we've got pedals properly put away.
Nice.
And I've got that one pedal board that I'm building or I'm working on. I got to wire it up and everything. The one without the albatross, even though it's a fun board.
The albatross.
You had the finger on the trigger all this show. You were waiting, right? Hey, what's up, Garguts? What's up, dude? Deja Voodoo also. What's up, Deja Voodoo?
So
we got to do a latency jam. Absolutely, Janice. Yeah.
Once again, anybody that's watching on mine, come over and check out Laz's and give him a sub. Anybody that's here wants to see me jam on guitar later, come on over and give me a sub. I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, awesome stuff. And thank you for the advice. And we'll stripe this puppy up, and then we'll see you in your show. We'll be out doing stuff today, but while I'm out, I'll probably check and see what's going on. So I'll make sure I have my notifications on. Don't forget, you guys, hit those notification bells, right? Hit the subscribe, the likes, all that kind of stuff.
Likes,
and then join the party.
Share.
Become a PayPal supporter here. Subscribe, do whatever you need to. If you want to be a moderator, and I trust you, I might give you a wrench. I think I have enough moderators, so I don't need too many. And then we've got the special supporters all along here. And you already heard I can end it with this, but you already heard the Van Halen story of my Van Halen, like why I never saw Van Halen, right? You got to get the trigger out, get the shotgun ready. But I don't know how to explain this outside of that. Because I lived in Colorado during my high school days. So we moved to Colorado. I moved back when I turned 18. I wasn't even 18, actually, when I moved back. I just left because the situation was getting not so cool. And Michael B wants a color. I want a color. All right, dude. So we'll figure out a way to do that. All right, but the bottom line was that because we were there and then we'd come here for the summers. Whenever Van Halen was playing in Colorado or something, it was not when we were not there. And whenever they were playing in California, we were not there. Mm-hmm. And it was like and I wanted to see them badly. Obviously, I mean. Diver Down for me was in many ways my favorite album because it had so much keyboards on it and I was a keyboard guy. So Eddie made keyboards way cooler. I mean, not that keyboards wasn't cool before, because, you know, with bands like Deep Purple and all the other 80s stuff, if you liked 80s music, and I liked all kinds of music.
No,
they
weren't cool before.
No, I mean, to me, they were. I mean, for me, my first band that I really loved keyboards in was not just, well, you had the piano stuff and some keyboard stuff in Beatles music, but the Beach Boys, you know, and then you had Billy Joel was like, I had the Billy Joel, you know, Piano Man album.
Piano Man.
I'm like, yeah, I mean, that guy's like, I saw him so many times too. Whenever I could see him, I saw him. So I wasn't just a fan of rock music only. And growing up in the Bay Area with the Hungarian community, where we're the first generation born here, but our parents and our grandparents were all these, you know, Hungarians. We also got exposed to a lot of that kind of, you know, European, you know, culture and music and everything. So everything from classical, you know, some of the papa stuff, and then even that kind of foreign kind of sounding rock music and accordion music. I mean, I was exposed to so many different forms and types of music that I could never just pick one and say, well, that's the all I'm listening to the rest of my life, you know. So, but the Van Halen story, as you heard, my cousin had the tickets. It was 1991, I think, at Shoreline, and we were partying a little more extra. And I heard the zoo coming on. I'm like, dude, they're already starting. Let's go. And he's like, oh, okay. And he couldn't find the tickets, and they were locked in his car. And then I guess the reasons why afterwards I didn't see them in following years, right, was because I would say I grew out of hard rock kind of stuff for the most part. I was listening and playing more kind of like even my piano playing and my keyboard playing was more going towards not jazz, because I was taking some jazz classes early on in the mid 80s, but more kind of what do they call it? I wanted to do movie music. I wanted to do something more on a like a epic sounding kind of scale, and I had my heroes like Vangelis and you know, that kind of stuff. So I was really, you know, getting away from rock music. I listened to it on the radio. I still love rock music. I love, you know, I'd go see Satriani and whoever I could, you know. But I think the other thing that honestly turned me off to the Van Halen thing was all the drama around the Van Halen band. Yep. It just turned me off. And it seems so, I could understand why Eddie, you know, went through so much hard times, because it must have been depressing as hell to him to see something that he was creating that was so beautiful. And now I see it this way. Something that he was creating, which was just coming out of him, that's so beautiful, and being used and abused and just changed into some money-making machine, and not really about, you know, the freedom with the music that he was feeling and trying to express to people. And it must have really made him, you know, depressed to see that happening, you know, because that I understand now, looking back on it, that's not what Eddie was about or wanted at all for the world. And this is what happens when the world and people out there put their grips into you and put their grips into your stuff, you know. And I understand it now, and that's why now I'm such a massive fan, because now I have a better understanding of Eddie Van Halen and what he went through, and I could appreciate from that, you know, perspective, and love the man for what he did for all of us. So
I think
that's why I appreciate you.
I think that I had read before that he had once said that he makes music that pleases himself, and if other people like it, then so be it. And he didn't really, you know, care. So he was just doing what made him smile. So,
wow, Janice, this is funny. Janice says, "Oh my God, Vangelis! I had Vangelis albums. It spooked me at a point, and I gave it away. Too much demonic stuff. Really? Wow. I never would have thought that ever. To me, I think Vangelis was such a almost, you know, ethereal kind of music. It was so magical to me. Like his soundtrack for Blade Runner really made me a fan right away. And then I found out he did so many other things. And I was into other similar kind of music back then, like Tangerine Dream was another like progressive kind of, you know, jazz or pop. I don't even know how you would describe that stuff, you know. It's just a different kind of music. It's so. And then of course I had all the albums of John Williams, Bill Conti's Rocky was another one of those. I had the soundtracks to Close Encounters of the Third Kind, because the soundtrack to that was just so incredible. Classical music, but done on that kind of level and scale. It was just absolutely brilliantly done. So I was into so many other kinds of music that I kind of just pulled away from a lot of that.
Yeah.
But now I will never miss, as a promise to Edward Van Halen up there looking down on us, right? I will never miss Mammoth show. Never. I'll never miss anything that his son does, because I think he was very right when he says, just wait till you see what this kid brings to the world. Thought I was special.
Yeah.
He's gonna bring you some different stuff. Just wait till you see what he does.
Yep.
And so far, no disappointment.
he's been impressive.
Yeah, right.
For sure.
I mean, when he did that Tyler, popping cameo, holy crap! Wow,
yeah.
Everyone's like, yeah, he can do it, just like his dad, and with a smile, and it was great.
It really surprised me. It's funny to listen to him talk about how nervous he was, because he's like, I can't play these songs. He did it. He
can. He knows he can, but I think his nervousness might be, will Dad, will Pops, be looking down on me and smiling. And I think he's matured into the place where he knows he is, and he knows whatever he does is going to be beautiful. And he's a pretty smart guy too, and he's handled a lot of the media very well.
And the grapes.
Yeah. You know what? We've got a new name for him as well. So Wolfgang Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
I just love that, man. I love the guy. So I will never miss his show if he's anywhere nearby. I even drove all the way up to Reno with Octopus Ears and stayed a night to catch his show. Heard all those songs already, but I got to see the Pink SA-126 live. So I don't know if you know, there's a pink one out there. Yeah. So I don't know when those things are going to drop onto the market, but I'm going to start saving my pennies.
Yeah, he was talking on one of his Instagram lives that it would be sometime next year before we see them.
Yeah. Well, I would not be surprised if Fender comes back to NAMM, surprises everyone, and EVH is going to be the one that's going to be carrying that torch. So check it out. Look what we got for it.
You keep hearing back and forth. Yeah, they will. No, they won't. Who knows? Who knows?
If they're already saying maybe, they're just, warming the feet out there. Hey, get ready. We got it. Because I think that they realized after this NAMM that it was really busy, and they're giving up a lot of
there's still a huge interest in it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man, people now know a lot of other makers that are competing against them. And people out there are going to start looking at buying Schecter and buying Reverend and buying these vintage, buying, all these other, Maybach,
I played a Reverend guitar yesterday, and I was really
impressed. Weren't they? Yeah.
It was the, what's the Smashing Pumpkin? Corgan. It was
the Billy Corgan signature model.
I was really impressed. Right? Yeah. It had the same feel of playability and quality as an Ernie Ball Music Man did.
Oh wow!
So I was
Music
really
Man
impressed
was
with
there, of course, and Ibanez was there. So, the thing that someone put it very well, I think it was Phil McKnight, I think in his show, where he's saying, well, the reason why Fender and Gibson and PRS, doesn't matter if they go or whatever, is that they're not making anything innovative or new or different. They're just repainting or they did the Meteora that I have. That's the most, amazing thing they came up with. If you want to call it amazing, it's the most amazing thing that they come up with since. Maybach, amazing stuff, right? Yeah, absolutely, Hobarodi.
It's a tough spot for them sometimes, though, because you've got Gibson that, they tried to be innovative and they tried to come out with the the new turbo tuners or whatever.
Well, they didn't have to make that
I'm talking they were trying to make, stuff that was progressive and different setups for the guitars, and everybody complained about it. We don't want that stuff. We want the same old 50s and 60s, So they went back to that. And now you got people, well, it's the same old stuff, so which is it? What do you want?
Yeah. And I think it's all about chasing tone. Like Eddie was always chasing tone and always reinventing everything all the time. He was never happy with where he was at. And I think there are a lot of other players and other people out there that are looking for their sound or want to create their sound. And that's why the pedal business, I think, is so huge and why it's gone crazy, because everyone's trying to create their own sound. They're all trying to find their own thing.
Well, and so you definitely have your own sound with that albatross pedal, I'll tell you.
There you go. We'll end it on that.
That albatross.
This is probably what you'd like me to do with that pedal. Flush it down, right?
Either that or what everybody else wants to hear.
Or this. Absolutely. All right, you guys. Thanks, everybody, for coming. We'll play the albatross when Ryan's not around, just so we.
Yeah. Well, thanks.
But
thanks
Robbie,
for having.
We wrote a song for Robbie on the albatross. The stop. What is the walk button that we found on the street in Anaheim? We found a walk button that made the albatross sound. Yeah. So we're gonna write an albatross song for Robbie. And rest of you guys have a wonderful Sunday. Ryan, thank you very much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Cross streaming amongst friends, right? We gotta cross stream and everyone get along with each other. I think it's more than possible. I think it's meant to be.
Yes.
And L&M didn't even get to play the albatross pedal.
Oh my God! Your lucky stars.
Well, I'll tell you this: I don't think you would have found any blues notes in that thing that would have sufficed for, other than the walk button. Yeah.
Oh, Laz, I wanted to ask you: is your Thursday night hotel party still private, or have you shared that back?
Did I put it private? I got to make sure that's unprivatized if it is. But
yeah, I didn't get to watch all that. That was a great time there. You guys were
5 days ago.
We're lighting it up.
Which one is that? Let me just go into edit video and see if any of these things. Okay, something here is still private, so let me make this public, whatever that is. That might have been the one.
We've all been wanting to see how the night ends.
Yeah. Pretty much the way it started. We were just rocking out. That's it. Okay, no, that's a 2-hour stream, because that was like 6 hours, right? I don't know how long that was, but I don't know where that one went. I'll find it. Here it is. Okay. After NAMM day 1. Let me see if this is set private.
Hey now, Ben.
Oh yeah, it is set private. Oh my God. So I gotta make yeah. Anytime I just went live from YouTube, they all went like that. So.
Just all sets private, yeah. Well, we'd like to see the end of that. I didn't get to catch all of it.
I'm sorry that hasn't been up for you all. So there you go. Thanks for reminding me.
Absolutely.
And I'll have that. I'm gonna make sure all these things are set public. I'm gonna go through all of these here.
Certainly entertaining.
After NAMM day 1, and even then it had 246 views, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a good time. We all appreciate you guys getting all the footage that you did.
Oh man, it was a blast. It really was. Yeah, I think everything else here is kind of public. It's just whenever I went live from YouTube, that's public. Going through all the stuff, and it was great hanging out with JJ, by the way. JJ of Star Zero, if you guys haven't checked out that band, their music isn't all out yet. They've released a couple things to the public, but there's still more to come, you guys. And when their album drops, you're going to be blown away. If you like any of that kind of 90s era stuff, right? That kind of hard rock, little grungy. Okay, this one says private. Let's change that.
How far is that shop that had that purple Wolfgang?
It's in Orange, which is near Anaheim. It was literally a 10-minute drive from where we were.
No, I mean from where you live now.
Oh, yeah, 6-hour drive.
Oh, okay.
But I will be down there again in a couple 3 weeks probably. I'm trying to find a weekend where I can go down with my sweetie. Hey, Ben Tom, what's up, dude? He's been watching the whole time. Thanks, dude. I will be down to visit my dad, and I've got to take another enclosure to Amanda to paint. So, and I'll be going to do the bobblehead, whatever thing for Mully at. I can't believe I made those of myself. I made 2, so I'm going to give one away. I don't know if you know this, but I made one that I'm going to give away when I hit 1,000. Hopefully this year, I'm going to do a big giveaway. I'm going to give away a guitar. I'll probably go out and buy one, and I might even do something like this, like stripe it up or do something cool with it, and they can take the stripes off if they don't like Van Halen stuff or whatever. But I'll probably go out and get like, you know, something. I'll find something.
Very cool.
Like Fernando over there. He's right there.
It's good to see Fernando back in one piece.
Fernando's back in one piece, but still missing the screw for the middle pickup. I've got to find, but I don't usually use the middle pickup. But in some music, it's good to have, but it's underneath here, underneath the desk. I have to like go under there.
Get you a big magnet and kind of.
That's right. Yeah, maybe a magnet.
Maybe that'll find it.
That's usually when I'm working and using my tools and I need to pick up all the screws that fell or something. I do that. Works great.
Well, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I will see everybody a little bit later on my show, 5 Eastern.
Right on, 5 Eastern, which is for us 2 o'clock, y'all. So coming soon. Right. So you're all the way Eastern, right? So you're 3 hour difference.
Yes, 3 hours. Yep.
Okay. Where are you exactly? I keep forgetting.
Atlanta Metro, Georgia.
Oh, Atlanta. Wow.
Yep.
Okay. You're right over in Beato's country.
Yeah. He lives just not too far from here.
Wow. Right on. Yeah, I love that guy. Anyway. All right, man. So Hobarodi, the way I drive, I get down there in like 5 hours. Yeah. L&M, Martin knows. He's been in the car with me. Right on. And Rhett. Yeah, that's Fred. Rhett Shaw, of course. Yeah. The magnet stick.
Yeah, Rhett goes to all the same music stores, so I may run into him one day.
Right on. There you go. All right, you guys. Well, rock on. Don't forget, watch his show. Watch Johnny's show later on. Hang out in the Metalhead Hippie show. I don't know if he's doing a Dead Hand thing tonight or if he's actually going to be producing. But I do have to do part 2 of the for release piano piece for you all with some other improv that I have in mind. Star Wars, hopefully one Star Wars kind of thing. Well, there's that cantina. Yeah, there's that cantina scene. I've actually done a version of that on piano since I was a kid even. So I'm going to try to relearn that again and do that as one of the kind of improv pieces into the middle of part 2 of
very cool.
So
very cool.
Rock on, you guys. And then Janice, we got to do another latency jam. And then yeah, maybe Ryan someday can teach me how to play Van Halen. I still haven't been able to play anything Van Halen. Rock on, everybody. Have a great rest of your Sunday. And if you can't be good like me,